What's going on, everybody? Psych Perspectives, giofvcks here. And in this video, I just want to talk about the myth of the work-life balance that a lot of companies, businesses, corporations, jobs, employers love to talk about. Oh, we have a work-life balance. You work hard and you're able to play hard. And most of the time, it's a bunch of working hard and no playing, okay? First of all, let's really just sit down and have an honest discussion about work-life balance. In my humble opinion and experience, there is no such thing as a work-life balance. First of all, how is this a balance? Most of us, on average, work 40 hours a week at the bare minimum. Most people, at least in the USA, work at least 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week is considered full-time in the USA. That is a full-time job. It's typically 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. And we do this every single week. So there's 52 weeks in a year. You're doing this 52 weeks, 365 days. Out of those 5, you remove, say you remove at least 2 days on average for the weekend. Most of us are going to be working at least 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. That's what you would consider full-time in the USA. Now, keep in mind, there's still people, including myself, who work well over 40 hours a week, well over 5 days a week, okay? I mean, hell, today I did a 12-hour day, So, come on. Yesterday was 10 and a half hours. So, I'm just, okay? So, keep that in mind, that there's still plenty of people who work well over 40 hours a week, but the average, or what is considered full-time in the USA, is 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. Now, how is it work-life balance for you to give at least 40 hours of your life and you're only getting 16 hours back? And you're probably asking, what do you mean we only get 16? Well, if we're going to use the USA standard 8-hour work shift, which many of us know that's not standard. A lot of people are working, like I said, 10, 12, 14, 16-hour days, okay? I mean, you'd be surprised. People be working doubles back to back, no days off. One of my associates literally was working 6 days a week for 2 months straight, only getting 1 day off. And it was so, bizarre listening to his experiences. I had a similar situation, last year at this time at my job, where we basically was working 7 days a week because it was so piled up, and we're basically kind of in that same situation. They're already asking people if they would like to come in on Saturdays again. So it's already back at it, and I've had other jobs where I was basically working 60 to 70 hours a week, and that was just the way life was. And it was very, very tiring. Right now, I'm drained, I'm tired, I'm exhausted mentally, physically, and it's not just because of my job and the long, out of control hours, but also the simple fact that we've been in a pandemic for the past year. It's been 12 months of us being in a global pandemic. 400,000 plus people have died in the USA, and it keeps increasing every single day. More and more, over 18 million people plus in the USA have COVID, have tested positive for COVID-19. People are dying left and right, on top of racism, classism, other oppressions, other struggles, things happening in our own families. People, we all have other things going on. So I'm exhausted. And for me, if I'm working Monday through Friday as a average, if you will, work week, and then I'm only getting Saturday and Sunday to recuperate, and then I got to turn around and so you think about it. If I get off at 5 o'clock on Friday, which more than likely I won't, because like I said, we've been working overtime shit since the year started. So basically 3 weeks of overtime nonstop, and just working crazy. But yet we only get Saturday and Sunday, but yet I'm supposed to give you Monday through Friday. I'm supposed to give you 5 days and you only give me 2. That's not a balance. It's not a balance, especially when we have to work overtime. So we're not working just 40 hours. And shit, at this point, many of us are already clocking. We clocked out today at 56 hours. We still got to work tomorrow. So a lot of us will be well over 60 hours this week. You know, and you just think about that. And then you want us to turn around and be back up in here Monday to do it all over again. So there is no work-life balance. There's no rest. There's no chill time. And because our wages are so low and stagnant, I mean, child, many people at the place I work are being hired in at 12 and 13 an hour. Okay? And I had negotiated for an extra $1 in 2019 when I got hired in. And I've been there for almost 2 years come March, and I'm still essentially making the same shitty pay that I was making when I first started. So yeah, it's pretty shitty. It's pretty darn shitty. And that's another part that I'm about to get into, and I will also follow up with another video separate. But what's the purpose of us working all of these hours, right, if we don't have anything to show for it? Because a lot of us, our wages are so low and stagnant that even with all these hours being worked, we don't make enough money to truly live. And like I stated in other videos, a lot of us are working 2 and 3 jobs, have side hustles, 2 and 3 side hustles. So for me, yeah, I have my job, my quote unquote 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, but then I have other things that I do to make extra income to supplement my income, because my main employer, my main job that I'm already giving 40 plus hours a week to, does not pay me a living wage. So I have to have, other means of making income. So Saturday and Sunday, I'm working my business. You know what I mean? I'm working business, trying to run errands, catching up on stuff that I couldn't do during the week because I'm working overtime. And don't get me wrong, I recognize the privileges I have, being able to still be employed during a pandemic. And I've been working here for almost 2 years, and I'm also privileged because I'm able to work from home. And I recognize that those are privileges. I'm not, taking away from that. Like, I recognize that those are privileges, while at the same time recognizing that we're not paid living wages. We still have to have second and third jobs, and we are very overworked. Like, we are overworked to the max, and it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. To me, if we were truly serious about a work-life balance, it would be like, okay, if I give you 40, I should be getting 20 hours back. I should be getting at least half of what I'm giving you. Okay, so if I'm giving you 5 days, I should be getting 2.5, 3 days back to me. And really, full-time, in my opinion, should be 30 hours. Part-time should be 15. Like, let people have time to truly recoup, rest, heal, relax. Everything shouldn't be about being productive 24/7. That's all we talk about is productivity. You got to be productive. You got to do this. You got to do that. Hell, I get off work and I'm doing, again, working on other things. I get off work, I got to shoot videos. I got commentary. I got to edit videos. I'm working on websites. I'm working on another business. It's so many other things that a lot of us are doing because, number one, the days of having a job that pays a living wage that you can retire from is long gone. Doesn't exist. Hasn't existed in quite some time, to be completely honest. I feel like those types of jobs literally disappeared in the late 80s to the late 90s. Nowadays, honey, longevity at a company just doesn't happen. And then on top of that, we're not paid the same wages. Like, our wages are so low and stagnant. They don't reflect the cost of living. They don't reflect inflation. It's bad. Like, it's just all the way around bad. Like I said, we work our asses off, yet we have nothing to show for it. All of our money is being ate up by bills and the cost of living. People the minute you get paid Friday, you already got rent, mortgage, gas, utilities, groceries. I got to get my prescriptions. Oh, you still trying to pay off medical debt, student loan debt, credit card debt, whatever. You already got bills eating your check before you can even get to your check. You see what I'm talking about? So it's just like, what is really going on? And it just highlights the problems of capitalism and of the USA. I'm just putting it for what it is. And it isn't just the USA, because this is a global issue. This is a global issue. But I'm particularly speaking about the USA because I'm in the USA and I'm an American citizen, and this is my lived experiences. And so many other people who live here can relate to this. We're tired. We're overworked. We're underpaid. We're not, these jobs, these companies, they don't give a flying fuck about you. They don't. Okay, they sit up here. That'll be a whole nother video because this is already 11 and a half minutes long, about to be 12 minutes. So I'm about to end it now. All I'm saying is we don't have a work-life balance. Okay, if that's the case, I should be working 2 weeks out the month and then having 2 weeks off, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? I switched to the 8 to 5 shift almost 2 months ago, come February. I was working the 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. shift. And ever since I've really been working this shift, once again, I can count on my hands in the last 8 weeks, basically, at this point, where I have gotten off at 5 p.m. What is the point? I'm still working to 8 o'clock. And now it's just longer, so now it's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. instead of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. or something. It's just ridiculous. I'm over it. I am over it. And like I said, a lot of us are tired. And then, like I said, I'm not even making $2,000 a month from my main job, because again, wages are so low. And it's just, it's ridiculous how low and stagnant the wages are. And this isn't just at my job. This is across the country. This is across the world. This is a global issue. And I think for a lot of us, we're tired, we're fed up, and enough is enough.